Hello, my name is Ernest Lamoth. I'm a reporter for the Southland Journal.
Hi, my name is Corey Thames. I am Chief Engagement Officer for the Business Leadership Council, as well as on the Board of Trustees for Chicago State.
Okay, Corey, thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, can you talk a little bit about how you felt when you were appointed to the board of Chicago State?
Man, I was honestly truly humbled. Education has been one of the cornerstones of my life, and I definitely credit it for helping me get to where I am today. And so to be a part of an institution that is really truly an anchor on the South Side, but for the city of Chicago and the suburban communities as well. I just wanted to be a part of an institution that was really focused on making a change, and it being a predominantly Black institution. That also meant a lot to me as well, to really be making the change for folks that look like me. So I was honestly humbled. I feel the vacancy from the former chief education officer for Chicago Public Schools, Latanya McDade. And so those are some big shoes to fill, but I'm really excited. The board has been amazing. President Scott's leadership, I think, has spoken leaps and bounds, and her intentionality about really taking the university to the next level. I've seen firsthand. So I've been really excited, still learning the ropes, but truly humbled to be a part of that institution.
And what are some of the initiatives that Chicago State and the board are working on that you think is important for people to know?
Yeah, so there are a couple of initiatives that I think are really cool that the university is focused on. One being our dual enrollment program. And so right now, we have about seven high school partners that are participating in it, and we've seen some really positive results from that. We have a 97% pass rate. 80% of the students have earned a grade of a B or better. And so that opportunity to provide high school students the chance to earn college credit, I think will be really impactful as they start their college career already with the leg up, and already exposed to some of the rigor that comes along with being at the collegiate level. Another program is the RISE Academy. And so RISE Academy is it's an academic success program, really focused on preparing students that summer before your first year of college. And so those scholars receive a full tuition and fee scholarship for their freshman year. And so when I was in grad school, actually, I was a graduate assistant for an academic success program. And I've seen firsthand how important it is to expose a lot of college students, particularly those that are first generation, to the university. You don't know what you don't know, right? And so when you step on a college campus, it's important to know that you have a wealth of resources that are designed to help make sure that you're supported. And so those programs are near and dear to my heart. I would love to see them expanded. And so that's one of the things that I think I'll be definitely championing in my position on the board.
And you can tell us you have a passion for education. Where did that passion come from?
I think first and foremost, my family. From an early age, my parents, grandparents instilled in me that I am going to college. It wasn't a choice for me. And so I appreciated that because I quickly saw that, education is truly a gateway to opportunity. And, I credit my educational experiences with me getting to the position that I'm in today. And so I always try to encourage young people in particular, whether it's, going to your traditional four-year college or university or attaining some sort of certification or something. You need something beyond a high school diploma to really help to ensure your success. And I think as this country continues to move in a more technological arena, you want to make sure that you are you're prepared to compete in the marketplace. And so for me, kind of taking it back to Chicago State, I'm passionate about education because I know firsthand that, you know, hopefully the work that I'm putting in and the service that I'm providing is ultimately helping change the trajectory of a student's life. Whether it's the programs or initiatives that are being advocated for, we're really focused on ensuring student success. And as somebody that's seen firsthand where an education has taken me, I just want to make sure that I'm helping to provide those under me with the same opportunities so that hopefully they one day can excel far beyond the things that I've been able to accomplish.
And can you talk a little bit about your career background for people who may not know?
Sure. So I come from a background that's heavily steeped in the public and nonprofit sectors. So I got my start actually working in the youth mentoring space. I was associate director for Mentor Illinois. It's a statewide nonprofit that focuses on training and technical assistance, providing training and technical assistance to youth mentoring programs across the state. So I had a chance to go around Illinois and train youth mentoring programs on best practice standards and, you know, everything from hiring and firing to program development and everything in between. From there, I spent some time in Chicago Public Schools before making a full transition into city government. So I worked for the former mayor doing government affairs, working primarily with the city council. From there, I went to the city clerk's office where I was the deputy chief operating officer. After that, I went to the Obama Foundation to be deputy director of community engagement. So I oversaw community engagement and government affairs, mostly focused on the development of the Obama Presidential Center in Jackson Park, which I've been really excited to see the construction start and it taking form. It's nice to be able to see something that you had a hand in actually come into fruition. So I'm really excited. It's in my backyard. I live in South Shore, so being able to see it as I drive by going downtown, it's awesome. From there, I went to the Chicago Department of Aviation, where I was deputy commissioner overseeing intergovernmental affairs at the height of the COVID pandemic. So as you can imagine, that was a lot of fun, but we were able to put forth some really, really monumental legislation. So that was an amazing experience. And currently I'm Chief Engagement Officer for the Business Leadership Council. And that is, I like to say, an African-American business advocacy organization. So we've been around for about 12 years. And it was started by the likes of Jim Reynolds and John Rogers, really trying to create an organization that had the overarching interest of the Black business community in the Chicagoland area at heart. And from that formed the BLC. And so we have about 170 members, and we are actively working to make sure that Black businesses are competitive in the marketplace. So we are working with government entities, corporate partners, really pushing them to see what are the opportunities that exist for Black businesses and ultimately holding them accountable to doing so. So, you know, outside of my professional career, as we're discussing today, I was recently appointed by Governor Pritzker to serve on the Board of Trustees for Chicago State. I might be the youngest board member. Cam Buckner, State Rep Cam Buckner, might have me beat, but I think we're around the same age, so that's been exciting. And I also chair the board of directors for the South Shore Chamber of Commerce, and I have been on their board for the last 6 years and served as chair for the last 4. In addition, I sit on the board for Emerald South Regional Economic Development Collaborative. And so that is focused on what economic development looks like in the 3 core impact communities surrounding the Obama Presidential Center. South Shore, Washington Park, and Woodlawn, and really working with community partners and stakeholders around what that development looks like and ensuring that it's inclusive and respectful to the fabric of the community. So it's, I'm a public servant through and through. And I'm just passionate about, really creating better outcomes, whether it's in student development and achievement or small business development. I want to make sure that our communities, our people are positioned well. And so I hope that, the work that I'm doing and my life's efforts thus far has helped move the needle some.
And the last question I have is about the Business Leadership Council. It might seem like an obvious question, but I want to hear from you. Why is it important to have an organization that is focused on African-American entrepreneurs' advocacy?
I think it's vital. If we're not advocating for ourselves, who else would? You know what I mean? And so being a part of an organization that is actively at the table, that's leveraging the technical expertise and resources that exist within our membership to be able to build a table and hold, government leaders, corporations accountable to ensuring that we have a seat at the table, that we have equity in a lot of these projects. I think it's monumental. And so I think we have to continue that fight and continue to make sure that not only are the existing businesses supported and lifted up, but also that we're working to help cultivate the next generation of businesses so that we're building the next John Rogers and the next Jim Reynolds. And so I'm very intentional about that, and so is BLC, which is the reason why I went over there to be a part of that organization and really help to live out the mission in the work that we're doing. And so I'm really excited. It's been a phenomenal journey thus far. We've already seen some really significant impact, which I'm really excited about. And I know we're only going to go up from here. So I'm excited.
Well, Corey, thank you once again for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.